Kindred Longevity Lifestyle Designers. This is Zach here with Secrets of Longevity in Humans.com as well as martin-kilgour.com. And this is part 2 of the Money Shot Tonic Elixir recipe. And before getting into the next part here, I wanted to talk about one of the herbs in the last video that was in the tea that I didn't go into much depth about, and it was a key herb is the horny goatweed, also known as yin-yang. Well, there's a story of one particular shepherd in this one case, and he noticed that his goats would be more frisky after they were eating from this one meadow that he frequented on his when he was taking them around to the different areas that they would feed at. And that's basically, he just found that there was this one specific herb or plant that was growing in the meadow that they were eating that was resulting in this. And now I'm starting the elixir with 2.5 cups of spring water. And by the way, any ingredient that I'm adding into my elixir here that is I've written an article about, you can find that link in the top right-hand info box. So when you click more info and that pops down, you'll see all the different articles on any of the superfoods that I've written articles about, and that can be further information. So I'm not going to go into too much detail about what's the qualities of each of these foods. So for the first thing I like to do with most of my elixirs is add about a tablespoon of seaweed. Now I just use a tasteless type of seaweed because you don't want your drink tasting like seaweed, obviously. But this is hijiki, and you can also do arame, that's another tasteless one. And this is a great way to add a bit of alkalinity and also minerals to your elixir. And you can also use kelp powder. If you get into some of the other ones, they might be a bit too strong. With kelp powder, you do only like maybe a 1/4 teaspoon at most. It's quite salty. It's also good substitute for salt because it's high in iodine and lots of other very bioavailable minerals. Now, I do my elixirs in 2 stages. First I add everything that's coarse and I blend that up, and then I add all the more fragile elements that I don't want to have damaged by the excessive blending. So actually, yeah, the first thing I'm going to add to it is the tea that I made, or the second thing rather, with the water and the seaweed. And I'll just bring that up to 5 or 5.5 cups, so about 3 cups. And then I'll add all the very coarse things. So I've got 1/2 cup of hemp seed here. Some people might think that's a lot, but it's a great staple food if you're interested in high protein, plant-based, complete protein as well, very bioavailable food. And I got 4 tablespoons of bee pollen. And I got 1 tablespoon, 1 large rounded tablespoon of American ginseng, and I'm using American ginseng over the Chinese variety just because I've got a lot of young Jing tonics in here already, and red ginseng is very stimulating. It's great, especially for a aphrodisiac based elixir. However, I think this is going to go well with the other herbs that I'm putting in here. It sort of balances the yin and yang of this whole elixir, so it's balanced and not going too far in either direction. And then I also do a tablespoon of black sesame seeds. And any food that is black is known as a Jing tonifying herb in Chinese medicine. So, interestingly, with scientific research, it's known that black foods are high in zinc and molybdenum and other properties that are actually beneficial to the kidneys, sexual organs, and all the things that are associated with Jing and Chinese medicine. So they were able to instinctively pick up on these qualities. Again, these are just adding minerals into this drink. This is a very dense, mineral-rich drink, and that is great for male reproductive health and fertility health and libido health. And I am generally saying this is sort of a drink more geared towards men, although both genders can definitely benefit from its stimulating properties. And then also I'm going to add 2 tablespoons of cacao nibs. Then 1 tablespoon of coconut oil. And later on in the recipe I'm going to be adding some eggs. And if you're wanting to stay strict vegan, then you'd probably want to add a little more coconut oil to really have this be a hormone boosting drink. That's the idea with this. So combining both the eggs and the coconut oil is the purpose for that. So next we're going to blend it up, this first process here. And yeah, I always set it to high with this first mixture. So then the next, I'm just going to quickly add the rest of the ingredients here. We're going to do a tablespoon each of all of these, which are mucuna seed powder. Actually, we're going to do 3 tablespoons of cacao powder, a tablespoon of lucuma, a tablespoon of mesquite, a tablespoon of tocotrienols, and a tablespoon or 2 of maca. So yeah, with just 1 tablespoon of maca, because I didn't have enough for 2. And the mucuna seed powder is actually a very powerful young Jing tonic. In fact, I'd say it's more powerful for maca as an aphrodisiac. It's currently my favorite herb. And you can check out more about it in the top right-hand info box, because it's just unbelievable, the properties of it. It's very powerful for whole body rejuvenative. It produces human growth hormone in the body. It increases testosterone. It increases SOD in the blood, which is superoxide dismutase, which is a very key anti-aging antioxidant that our body produces. So yeah, I'm going to add all those to this. And I've also pre-measured out some herbs here in the powder form. And there's a half a teaspoon each of ginkgo biloba, which is a blood vessel dilator. So again, this is just allowing more blood flow to the lower regions of the body. And also a half a teaspoon of Hyperion herbs Cordyceps, and as well as their Shou Wu powder. So these are concentrated extracts. And then there's also half a tablespoon of ashwagandha from Ultimate Superfoods, as well as their shilajit powder. So I'm just going to add that in. So on top of all that, I'm going to add a tablespoon of a tincture that I made of Shou Wu, Romania, eucommia, cinnamon, and ginger. So eucommia is a yang Jing tonic, Romania and Shou Wu are yin Jing tonics. So again, this is just really getting that powerful kidney energy going. And the last few things I'm going to add here, I'm going to add 2 eggs. And like I said, if you don't want to add those, you don't have to. However, specifically for this drink, eggs are a secret of the pornography industry, which I'm not necessarily a fan of, but men use it there to increase semen volume. So it's a great way to give your girlfriend the gift, or boyfriend, the gift of a really thick pearl necklace this Valentine's Day.
Satisfaction, 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 satisfaction.
So of course, lastly, we need to sweeten this up. I'm going on a no sugar thing right now, so I'm just using straight liquid stevia. It's an alcohol extract because I'm not a fan of the glycerin extracts because it coats your teeth and prevents the remineralization of your teeth. So I'm doing probably 4 dropperfuls of the alcohol extract. For today I'm using red mandarin essential oil. This is a very high quality oil from, organic oil from Germany. I'm just putting 2 drops of that in. It's very delicious. So a lot of people will have questions about essential oils, whether you can consume them internally. And yes, you can if it's a very high quality oil, like a pure essential oil, as well as if it's from part of the plant that you can consume internally anyways. So in the case of red mandarin extract or essential oil, you can take that internally. You can take cinnamon oil internally, peppermint oil. You don't want to do things like eucalyptus globulus is toxic. There's essential oils that are toxic just like there are herbs that are toxic. And if you're unsure about an oil, just don't use it. But generally, if you use the ones that are essential oils and spices, use them in small amounts, and you don't use them all the time, you're going to be okay. Because these essential oils are in the spices anyways. I'm going to just do it on a lower setting. Up to a 7 on the Vitamix. So yeah, I added another 2 dropperfuls of stevia. So yeah, enjoy if you choose to make something like this drink or along the same lines. And have a happy Valentine's Day, a.k.a. Lupercalia. And see you next time.